Hi, folks. Um, it's Brandon, and it has been quite a little while since I recorded a video, so I'm going to center this on. There we go. So I'm actually looking, because I'm actually watching myself, so that I'm looking at the camera. I'm going to, looking in the direction of the camera at least. I'm going to put it here in the center. There. That's better. Anyway, so just a couple of notes. Uh, so it was supposed to be tomorrow, but sometime this week, going to be filing a quit claim um, on the house to hand that over to Kathy and hand the house over to Kathy. Um, and so I'll be completely off of the title. I could actually go and get my own mortgage if I so desired, which I do not at this point in time, at least. Maybe in another year or two I'll get an actual house, but for now it's continued apartment living. And speaking of which, um, the result of which I was going to do anyway, but it kind of works itself out so that I don't have to fight for it or fight over it, is I'm paying Kathy an extra amount on top of child support. Um, and I was going to stop doing so. And she said voluntarily, I believe. I don't think I think I brought it up once, but she typically said that she didn't want to discuss it at the time. Um, she said the with her taking over sole ownership of the house, that I wouldn't have to pay her that extra anymore. So um, one way or the other was going to happen. I'm glad it happened this way. That way we didn't have to fight over it. And I'm going to use that extra money to move into a two-bedroom apartment. Um, Not here where I'm at currently. They want way too much for a two-bedroom, like almost $200 more than what I'm currently paying for a two-bedroom. That's ridiculous. So I'm gonna move down the street, probably less than a mile, maybe 2 miles actually. It's a little farther than what I had imagined in my head because I went and saw it yesterday, um, and they want a fairly reasonable rate for a two-bedroom apartment. It's an older place. It's obviously hasn't been updated in probably 15 years, 20 years maybe, um, and it's a little smaller. It's just definitely a smaller apartment building, and it's smaller in general. Like, kind of feels smaller. I do know that the ceilings are lower because I could touch the ceiling in the apartment that I looked at, or the apartments that I looked at. But they're nice. And the aside from the lower ceilings, the kitchen's the same size. The living room is the same size. Bedrooms are One bedroom is the same size as I currently have. The other bedroom is smaller. I assume that'll be Jacob's, because that's the whole point of this venture, is to give Jacob his own room, get him his own furniture, and get him to stop sleeping with me, which I don't mind, but he is 4 and he should be sleeping in his own room. And a plus of that is I get to decorate his room obviously with his input, but I think that'll be a fun little project for the two of us. Bathroom's nice. It's small, small, almost smaller than what I have now, which is pretty small. But the plus is that it has a bathtub rather than mine just has a shower, which is kind of obnoxious. Um, so I won't have to hassle with giving Jacob a shower. Once I move, I can actually give him baths, and that'll be a lot easier, a lot less time consuming. And yeah, it seems like a nice place. They have 2 floor plans, one with a closed kitchen and one with a walk-through kitchen. I like the walk-through kitchen a lot. It seemed to be more open. So I was kind of disappointed with this place. The reviews online were glowing, which probably means that they were written by the staff, but they seem to be, the reviews went back over a number of years. It doesn't mean anything, but everybody seemed to be positive. Even Kathy said that she used to have one of her friends live there, and she seemed to remember it being a nice place. So it is a bit of a maze inside. That I did notice while we were walking around. And the laundry rooms it's a 4-story place. The laundry rooms are only on the first and third floor. And both rooms that I was shown were on the second floor. Which, whatever. I guess doing some walking up and downstairs will probably do me some good. I live on the 9th floor right now, so that's kind of out of the picture. But yeah, I think I can walk up one set of stairs to do my laundry. Speaking of laundry, it's a little more expensive, but they have high efficiency washers and dryers, and I'm hoping that makes up the difference, that I can do a larger load, and so that I won't have to pay already sink extra money into that. There's water and garbage are included, which currently I pay for water here. Gas, because it's gas-fired central air, whereas here it's radiant heat and a window unit for cooling. There it's central air, both heating and forced air heating and cooling. And it's a gas-fired unit, and I think it's a gas oven as well. That'll be a first for me. That'll be interesting to make sure I don't fucking blow the place up. but but anyway, there's a cap, I should say, on the cost of gas. So even if I frickin' just let the hot water run or let the stove run or whatever the case might be, it's never going to be more than a certain amount. And if it's less than that amount, that's what I get charged, the lesser amount. So it'll actually be nice. I budgeted for a certain amount, and with the maximum that I could be charged with for gas, it actually is exactly what I budgeted for. So I'm assuming that in the winter months I'll be pushing that, but in the spring, summer, and fall, yeah, I should be well clear of that. And which typically will be made up with by the electric bill. Turning on the cooling. But anyway, so that's recent news. I'll be moving here in less than 2 months. I did look at other places because, like I said, I was slightly disappointed. It felt smaller, but I cannot afford to stay here for 2 bedrooms, and I'm not going to put my kid through another year of not having his own space at my place, particularly when that was one of my complaints to Kathy, that I didn't have any space of my own. Now I've got all the space that I want. Well, not all of it. It'd be nice to have a 2,000 square foot house, but anyway. Yeah, that's about it. And things are going well with the girlfriend. Hi, Joyce, because I know you're gonna watch this. We're going to a car show on Tuesday. That'll be awesome. And yeah, things are going well. Can't really complain. She makes me happy. I seem to make her happy, so that's a plus. And if he remembers, Aaron's going to call tonight and meet her, or not call, but video thing. She's nervous about that, believe it or not. I don't know why. He's just like me, only a little crazier. Well, actually, a lot crazier, but he said it himself. He takes medication for that now. um, so that's that. That's the big news. Is I'm handing the house over to Kathy. I'm going to be getting some money back as a result, and going to be using that money to get into a larger apartment. And maybe next year, I'll look into getting a house or something. I sincerely doubt it because at this point, I would want to build up, a down payment, even for a cheap house. I would still want, several $1,000s. And looking at my finances, I'm doing okay, but I'm not doing that okay. So we'll see. That's about it. So hopefully I won't wait, another month and a half before doing another update. But we'll see how it goes. Life is pretty busy for me at the moment between work and girlfriends and the kids and the ex-wife and all of that. You know, I'm sure all of you out there in YouTube land know all about how crazy life can be. So until next time, I will see you later.